Thank you, everyone, for your patience. We seem to have had some technical problems. It seems now that they're all sorted, hopefully, so we will continue with the program. Hema, how has meditation helped you as a parent and as an educator?
As a parent, it has always helped me to be beyond my thoughts. The thoughts could be, what am I going to do next? The thoughts could be, oh, I'm tired now, or the thoughts could be, oh, hope my children are fine. So all these various thoughts that come in the imbalance of our sympathetic nervous system that take us into the past and future. So these thoughts I noticed when I started my meditation back as a student in school, and forward going after becoming a parent really helped a lot. And I could see that I was feeling more secure because I know that this energy within was working out wonders within me. I could see that my system was relaxed. I was in a state of mental silence. These thoughts had reduced and were not bothering me anymore. And I could see that my well-being was affecting the well-being of my children too. Even as a teacher, when I started teaching in a primary school back in 1999, I could see that when I would do the meditation with my class, and I would see that suddenly my my class children would be achieving the highest results amongst all the other classes, and the teachers would come and ask, Hema, what are you doing? And we would all feel that there was definitely some magic. And the magic was the self-realization that was working on the children's self-esteem, their confidence, on they were tapping onto their strengths, their inner energies, and their concentration level, their memory was getting better. Now, Jenny, you have been you are a primary school teacher too. Can you please tell me something about how do you do this with your children in the classroom?
Yes, I've been a teacher now for about 15 or so years. And I started meditating with my class quite early on, and I used it as a management technique. I found that the hardest part of any day is straight after lunch.
Oh, wow.
That's when the children are more distracted. It's harder for them to focus. It's harder for them to learn. So every afternoon, what we would do is that we would spend 5 minutes meditating. At the beginning, some of them found it quite difficult, but after a while, you could see the change in them. You could see that they were instantly getting into that meditative state, and it made me realize that children are a lot less complicated.
They are the best candidates for meditation.
Very much so. They can get into that space very quickly. It can take us a lot longer.
Because I think we as grown-up human beings have a ego and a super ego and a thoughts, but whereas I feel children are more innocent.
Yes, very true. The other thing that I really liked was that the children would actually ask for meditation. So if sometimes we were too busy and I felt that we didn't have time to spend for meditation, they would say, can we please stop? We would like to meditate
Oh,
first.
wow. So they were feeling the joy. They were
Yes.
feeling that something was calming them down, making them
Yes.
feel great.
It was something that they knew that they needed.
Wow.
And it was interesting that sometimes other teachers would come into the class and they would say, this class always feels so calm.
Wow.
And I think that was a combination of things. I think it was the fact that I was a regular meditator, and that settles the class down because we very much affect our surroundings, especially in the role of a teacher, the role of a mother. We're very much effective to the people around us, but also because they were meditating. So it certainly made my life as a teacher a lot easier.
I think because with this meditation we were collectively connected.
Yes.
So if we were settled with it, if our system was settled, it was definitely affecting and making the children around us settle.
Yes.
Yeah, in present days, I feel this really helps a lot. The day I've done a very good meditation, I feel that it's easy for me to connect to the children, and they feel calm too.
Yes. We have another video now. This is a video where Shri Mataji Devi, the founder of Sahaja Yoga, is being interviewed, and she is speaking about how meditation and specifically self-realization can change children. And she also speaks about how meditation as a whole can bring about a more balanced family life.
What do you think are the important points in the education of children? What are important to give to the children?
See, first, if they get realization, to get first them to that point of realization. If they are already born realized, no problem. But if they are given realization, then you see they start seeing from a different level. They become the spirit. So their self-respect is awakened. Such children behave in a very dignified, elderly manner. You see, they talk in a very elderly manner, and they give solutions of all kinds, you see. And they are tremendous people. But we have to guide them properly by our own behavior, how we behave. The greatest thing is how we behave. That's how the children learn. We put the children to some tests, how they are. We find out if they have any physical problems, we cure them. If they have mental problem, we cure them. If they have any other problem, social problem or anything, we try to help them out. So that basically, if a human being is all right in his childhood, then fundamentals are all right for the child. The foundation is laid down. Then to build that child up into a good quality is not difficult. So now we find great artists are there, they are great musicians, and at a very young age they have started playing violin. I mean, suddenly they have become dynamic also, and very humble. They are very humble and self-respecting, and very well behaved. It's surprising how the atmosphere is and how it works out. And the other day the lady asked me about the women, and I told her that a woman's power as a mother is very great. She felt hurt about it, but I didn't mean that you should be just a mother. What I'm saying, she is a mother, means she's compassionate, she's kind, she's not aggressive like man. That is a very big quality. That's a very big power in a woman. That's what I was suggesting. That is what we have to harness, not to compete with men. It's madness. We have to understand that life has to be enjoyable. Life should be a blessing, not to be a misery. We create our own miseries by these false ideas, by our own convictions we have in our mind, mental projections we have in our mind, or our own obstinacy, whatever it is. All these things can be cured if you take to Sahaja Yoga, because you become a balanced person, level-headed, wise person, and you become a witness. The whole thing becomes like a show, like a drama, and you become fearless. You start seeing the whole thing like a drama. And this is what a human being has to achieve. We talk of peace, we talk of no war, we talk of many things like this. You see, atomic bomb, this, that. All that is not going to work out. Only what is going to work out is the transformation of human beings. If the human beings are transformed, things will work out absolutely first class. Not only that, but that they will enjoy the bliss of life. We are missing the point altogether. This is a very important thing that human beings must say one thing. What have we achieved out of all this? Just for a minute to stop and think.
beginning. From the beginning. So Hema, while I was preparing for this session, I noticed that there's been a lot of research around children, ADHD and meditation.
At the Royal Hospital for Women, is that correct?
Yes, here in Australia, that's where it was. There's also been quite a bit of research done overseas as well, and everything's shown similar results.
So in India, we have a medical research institute, a hospital, where we use vibrations to cure patients. Is that so?
Okay, yeah. So this was very similar, and we've got a video to show what's happening. We've got some of the participants talking. But the results of the study showed it was a 6-week study. There was, I think, 26 children involved, and it showed a marked improvement in a range of things. It showed improvement in ADHD, improvement in sleep patterns, self-esteem, anxiety.
Wow.
So we'll play the video now.
Now, though, Ryan and Jaden are thriving on a drug-free treatment.
Ryan's not taking any and Jaden's taking half a dose. And they can still maintain their focus as if they were on medication. So that's been the biggest difference.
That must be a relief to you.
A huge relief, because I was looking at any option to get them off medication. I just didn't like the idea of them being on tablets long term.
Let your Kundalini work its way up so that collectively our attention is above our head.
Ryan, Jaden and Kerry Hammond have been part of a focus group trialling Sahaja meditation at Sydney's Royal Hospital for Women. After just 6 weeks, 16 children with ADHD all showed a marked improvement. What do you like most of all about the meditation?
We like being a lot cooler. And we feel a lot cooler, more relaxed. Yeah. We're able to concentrate without our tablet. Yeah, and we can go to sleep a lot easier.
I mean, many of these children we see are quite isolated. They, especially at school, they have problems with teachers, problems with peers. They feel anxious about things, and these are symptoms that have been reduced, and the children are feeling better themselves about themselves.
At the Centre for Neuropsychopharmacology at Melbourne's Swinburne Institute, researchers are now mapping brainwaves for an insight into the meditative state.
I mean, we see this as very much a scientific investigation of a different state. So this is a meditational state where some of the your level of consciousness has changed, your level of attention has changed, and there's probably corresponding changes to how the brain is functioning.
Enjoying this meditation and enjoying the thoughtless awareness.
A full-scale clinical trial on meditation and ADHD is now in the pipeline.
It was a beautiful video, and I was completely lost into it. And I feel that the principal herself seemed so calm. And definitely there has been some effect with those sessions happening in there that is evident after watching this video.
Yeah.
Is it still relevant?
It is. I feel it's even more relevant than then, because over the last 15 years, I've noticed that the prevalence of ADHD has gone up.
It has.
There's certainly a lot more children in the classroom now that are diagnosed with ADHD. And certainly family life is very different to when that video was shot and when the study started. We have a lot more different pressures now. And so even more so than ever, I feel that meditation is relevant for family life. The other really important thing to take away from that video is that results were only seen when children and parents were meditating. So children meditating on their own, they didn't see such great results. So it just goes to show that how important parents are within a family, and how we help each other when we're in balance.
Definitely, truly agree with that.
So what we might do now is we're going to go through a children's meditation. So if you have any children at home who are still awake, you can bring them over and they can try this meditation. If you don't, the video will still be available on YouTube after tonight, so you can always click back on and re-watch it for the meditation. All right, so again, and if you're a parent, don't feel that you can't participate in this children's meditation. I think you'll still have a very nice experience. So how this meditation works is that we take the children's attention above their thoughts into that space of silence above them. So before we start, what we would always do is we do something called tying up our rainbow. So I'll go through the whole actions. Please go along with me. So we start by tying one knot, and then another knot, and then 3 knots, and then we paint our rainbow over our head, and this is our rainbow of protection. And the children would love doing this. So we start by, so we say we'll paint red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So then we can take our right hand and place it just underneath our navel. And here we can say inside ourselves, help me to see how special I am. I am special. Then we can take our hand and place it on our stomach. And here we can say once more inside ourselves, I am peaceful. I have an ocean of peace within me. I am peaceful. We can then place our hand at the center of the chest, and here we can say, I am brave. I have the heart of a lion. I am brave. I have a strong heart. Then we can take our hand and place it just at the base of the throat. And here we say, I am kind to everyone. I am kind to everyone, and I am kind to myself. I speak nicely to others. Then we can take our right hand and place it across our forehead. And here we can say, everyone is my friend. Everyone is my friend. And we can take our hand and place it right at the top of the head. And here we can say, I am quiet on the inside. Now we're going to lift our hand up above our head as if our hand is a hat. And our hat is floating up above our head, being pushed up by the breeze. We're going to keep our attention just where our hand is. We can place our hand back down into our lap and keep our eyes closed for another minute or so. And then, when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
That was so simple yet so effective. I have no thoughts left now. It was amazing. And I saw that you keep your hands on different spots on your self, and just to sort of let everybody know that these are the different energy centers, and these affirmations are connected with these energy centers. And when we are actually saying these affirmations, the motherly energy that is known as Kundalini within us, it's actually gradually climbing up, working on those energy centers known as plexus in scientific terms, and working on that particular plexus and soothing us down of any discomfort and stress, and giving us more balance and making us feel more relaxed and more confident. That was amazing.
All right. So I hope you enjoyed the session tonight. I hope you were able to take something away that you can practice. If you would like to know more about Sahaja Yoga Meditation, we have a website, and that's www.freemeditation.com.au. And if you go on that website, you'll see that there's a range of resources that you can use. There's guided meditations, there are links to music, there's more information about our subtle system and Sahaja Yoga. And we also have a number of online meditations that go on during the week. We have about 10 this week. You can choose one that suits you. So yes, please, there's so much to learn and so much to experience. When you start meditating, it really can change your life.
And especially with the thoughts that are never ending, gradually reduce, and at a stage we become thoughtlessly aware. Thank you very much for this beautiful meditation we had with the children.
Thank you, Hema. Thank you for coming along.